Hi everyone, I'm Amanda L, and today we're doing yoga for balance. So whenever you're ready, grab your mat and let's get started right away in a child's pose. So coming into your child's pose, and once you get there, just feeling the points of contact connecting you to the ground beneath you. Feeling the texture of your mat. Feeling the pressure in various points of the body touching the mat. And noticing how you can shift that pressure by shifting your body a bit. So maybe just a gentle lean side to side. Maybe pressing into your palms and then softening through your palms and shifting your weight further back into your hips. Bringing awareness to all of the differences that can take place with these points of connection by subtle shifts of the body. And then we will be bringing awareness to this specific practice as we flow through today's practice. Rounding up onto all fours. Rolling through some cat-cows. Swaying a bit side to side, round and round. And tucking your toes, lifting your hips high, downward dog. Pedaling out through the feet. And then bring your knees back down onto the mat, all fours. Cat-cow. Rolling around. Tucking your toes, hips, lift, down dog. Keeping it moving here. Maybe pressing firmly into one hand and leaning into the opposite hip. And trying the other way. Just feeling those points of contact on the mat. Knees drop down, rolling through the spine. Left hand out in front of you, right leg presses back behind you. Pressing up and out of that right arm. Feeling the knee and the foot and the leg on the left side, grounding you here. And then switching sides. Right arm reaches long, left arm reaches back. And dropping down. Tucking your toes, lifting your hips, down dog. Right leg reaches back as if the foot is pressing against a wall behind you. And then playing with lifting the left arm. Balancing in your downward dog. Maybe you need to widen the stance of the left foot and the right arm. Then from here, can you round out into a plank pose with the right leg And the left arm lifted. Shaking, balancing, maybe touching down briefly, and coming back into that place. And pressing back into that downward dog. This is super challenging for me, especially too. So if it's not possible, just meeting yourself where you're at. Maybe your fingertips are down. Maybe your toe taps down occasionally. Or maybe you're balancing and shaking and feeling it all. And then dropping down, downward dog. Bring your knees down, sitting back onto your heels, and just shaking out through the wrists. Big inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, pressing your palms at the top of the mat. Tucking your toes, lifting up, down dog. Coming up and over to the other side, so pressing that left foot towards an imaginary wall behind you, or maybe there's a wall behind you. And then lifting through the right arm. Maybe you're tenting through your fingertips to balance here. Rounding out into a plank, trying to keep that left foot and right arm lifted high. Shaking and moving. Having fun with it. Feeling those points of contact grounding you in as you lift back, downward dog. Balancing on the left hand and the right foot. And then finding all fours in your downward dog. Dropping down onto all fours now. Rolling through some cat-cows. Flipping your fingertips towards your body. Easy stretch through the wrists. And then making your way into a downward dog once more. Big inhale, right leg sweeps up and back, down dog split. Bending the knee, opening up the hip. Sweeping that foot to the top of the mat. Big inhale, reaching high through center. Exhale, softening in. Big inhale, lift. Folding over your front leg, pyramid pose. Gentle tip back to come forward, warrior three. Rounding up through center, taking that left knee with you as you go, giving it a squeeze at the top. Dropping that foot back behind you, grabbing a hold of it with the left hand. Big inhale, opening up, dancer pose. Exhale, stay. Inhale. Exhale, gentle release, giving that knee a squeeze. Finding an eagle. Left leg on top, left arm underneath, sinking through your hips, lifting through your upper body. Unraveling that whole thing, tipping up and over, standing split. Maybe your fingertips don't touch the mat. Feeling that point of contact in that right foot. Tipping the top leg to the back of the mat. Big inhale up through center, high lunge. Exhale, palms plant. Stepping back, downward dog. Left leg reaches high, down dog split, bent knee, open hip. Sending that leg to the top of the mat. Rounding up through center. Big inhale, high lunge. Exhale, soften in. Big inhale, lift. Folding over, pyramid pose. Gentle bend through the knees as you tip your hips back to come forward, warrior three. Rounding up through center, giving that right knee a squeeze. Dropping that foot back behind you, grabbing a hold of it with the hand. Big inhale, opening into a dancer. Easy exhale, softening in. Big inhale. Exhale, release. Right knee comes in towards your chest once more. And landing in an eagle. Right leg on top, right arm underneath, sinking and lifting. Unraveling, big inhale. Tipping up and over, standing split, maybe hands free, maybe not. Feeling that point of contact or points of contact connecting you into the mat. Tipping that back foot, back behind you, big inhale through center. Palms down, stepping back, downward dog. Awesome job. Rounding out through center, plank pose. Tipping up and over to side plank on your left side. Lifting that right leg high. Slowly dropping it back behind you. Super slow. And then touching down, opening up rock star. Lifting that knee high once more. And then taking it super slow, landing that right foot at the top of the mat. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big inhale up through center. Easy exhale. Big inhale, lift high. Right away, tip it forward, warrior three. Opening into an open half moon. Maybe you go hands free. Twisting through center, twisted half moon. Maybe you're crazy and you go hands free. I find that to be super challenging here, but I also encourage you to play with it and have fun. Rounding up through center, giving that knee a squeeze, then grabbing a hold of the outer edge of the foot or the knee and twisting towards the left. Dropping that foot back behind you, dancer pose once more. Keeping a hold of that foot as you drop down your fingertips towards the mat. Letting that top foot go, folding over, standing split. Dropping that back foot back behind you. Big inhale, up through center. Planting down your palms, stepping back, downward dog. Rounding through the middle, plank pose. Tipping up and open, side plank on the right. Reaching the left knee high. Slowly tipping that foot back behind you. Landing in a rock star. Left knee reaches high. And then taking it to the top of the mat for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Landing it, rounding up through center. Big inhale. High lunge on the exhale. Big inhale, lift. Sweeping forward, warrior three. Left fingertips tap the mat, open half moon, maybe coming up off of the fingertips. Sweeping through center, twisted half moon, playing around here. And then rounding up through center, giving that right knee a squeeze, grabbing a hold of the outer edge of the knee or the foot, twisting towards the right, dropping that foot back behind you, tipping forward, dancer pose. Keeping a hold of that foot as you bring your left fingertips towards the mat. Releasing that top foot, dropping it back to the back of the mat. Big inhale up through center. Planting down your palms, stepping back, downward dog. Dropping down into a child's pose. Feeling those points of contact once more. Rounding up onto all fours. Taking a moment in your cat-cows and just to feel the solid points of contact on the ground. And then spine comes tall, kneeling here and feeling yourself grounded into this space. Shifting your weight to the left leg, bringing the right leg around and hovering it off of the mat. Straightening it out and then planting that foot at the top of the mat. Landing in a lunge, shifting your hips forward. Shifting back, straight over that left knee, lifting the right leg once more. And then bringing it around to land beside the left. Opposite side. Balancing on the right, bringing that left foot to the top of the mat, landing it, sinking your hips forward, lunge. Shifting your hips back, lifting through that left foot, pressing through the right shin, and slowly bringing that left leg to meet the right. One more time on each side now that we kind of have a feel for it. Shifting your weight towards your left, lifting up that right leg, sending it to the top of the mat, sinking your hips into a lunge. This time you can have your fingertips supporting you as you drop down here. Just feeling into this space, getting a bit of a stretch after balancing and building some strength. And then taking that right foot to the left side of the mat, pigeon pose. Big inhale. Easy exhale, soften in just for a brief moment. Coming out of this by swinging that foot to the right side of the mat once more, low lunge. And then retracing your steps back. Fingertips come off the mat, spine tall. Shifting your weight into that left leg, bringing the right leg off of the mat, balancing here as you bring that foot back. And then one more side. Shifting your weight to the right, picking up that left leg and taking it slowly to the top of the mat. Landing it, sinking forward lunge. Fingertips can touch down to find a bit of a deeper stretch. Left foot to the right side of the mat, pigeon pose. Big inhale. Settling in on the exhale. Unwinding the tape of your movement by picking up that left foot, bringing it to the left side of the mat. Lunge. Then shifting your hips back over that right knee. Picking up the left foot. Wiggling and shaking and moving and breathing as you bring it back to meet the right. Big inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, palms come together at your chest as you sit your hips back. Closing your eyes, feeling your connection to your heartbeat, feeling your connection to your entire body, your breath, your muscles and organs and fascia and everything within your energetic body, your emotional space and states. Feeling it all connected to this one simple drum of your heartbeat. Taking a big inhale up through the nose. Long exhale out the mouth. And opening your eyes whenever you're ready. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. And make sure to subscribe down below so we can stay connected. I post yoga videos here on YouTube every single day. And I would love to hear if you have any requests. So you can leave me a comment. Let me know what type of video you are looking for. And I think that's it. So with that, I will see you next time.